Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. I've temporarily dropped the difficulty down to Torment 5 and we're going to hop in and we're going to do the Uber release. I kind of feel like it's time we got at least one Hellfire Amulet. I mean, we might end up running a couple of times, but I do want to actually get a decent one so that we can get that part of our equipment ticked off. Now, if you remember in the past, jeez, that was the wrong skill to do there. In the past, we've... I need to actually pick them up. What am I doing? What am I doing, everyone? We've run and killed all the key wardens, so we actually have the keys, which I should have grabbed at the start, right here. If our first run through doesn't get us what we need, we can always run in and get more. And in terms of actual crafting materials, we've got enough Forgotten Souls that I don't worry too much about it. The only question is going to be how tough these guys are. And really, it's not looking like they're going to be that much of a trouble. Which is great. I love it when things kind of work out. I say kind of work out because obviously there is a certain amount of potential for problems in everything we do, but I don't think I even really needed to go into Archon mode for that. Vile Executioner is down. I probably don't even need to be doing this in Torment 5. I dropped down 2 Torments just in case, because I know that the last one's going to be a little bit more problematic. But I'm gonna realise quickly that we could be doing this at Torment 6 without worry. That's those gone. Undying one, likewise. Oh my god, gone so quickly. And he's dropped some gloves. Well, that's a turnip for the books. Firebird's gloves. That's not what I was expecting. Let's throw that away. Alright, one more to go. And then we can make ourselves a Hellfire Amulet and then see if we need to do the whole process again. Oh, he's running away. The nightmare grows darker. Not that much darker, but... Man, he is angry. Woo! Right, he's gone. That was what I was worried about as a potential. That was what I was worried about, all of a sudden losing a ton of health. We could have definitely done it at Torment 6 though. There is no question about that. So all 4 Uber Elite areas done. And that means we can get 1 Hellfire Amulet of Intelligence. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. The Blur passive. I mean, it's better than nothing, but this is a pretty pants one. All things considered, that is a pretty pants. All right, let's up the difficulty to Torment 6. We'll go around, we'll kill the key wardens again, then we'll go back in. That sounds like a good plan. We can do this like 4 more times before it becomes a problem. So I want to ID these gloves. We know what they are, but I just want to get them nicely packed away. So Firebird stuff, that was down here. Gloves over there. This Amulet of Disappointment can come down here. I really wish there was an item called the Amulet of Disappointment. That would be brilliant if that was the case. And we'll head over to Act 1. Now, just as a reminder, we can obviously Uber it up as we go through. And for getting to the Key Warden quickly, it's actually not a terrible plan. And while I'm here, may as well get a couple of Death Breaths. Okay, let's go to Act 2 quickly before we get attacked. Don't charge me, don't charge me. Okay, on to the next Key Warden. It is down this way. Hello, guys. I'll take any Death Breaths you happen to be carrying. None. Well, I am somewhat disappointed by that. This is not the way I need to be going. It's sort of up and round this way. That's right, we can make this work. Hello! Allow me to explode at you quite happily. There we go. I will take that machine, thank you. And we'll move on to Act 3. I mean, you can really blitz through these the earlier Torment levels once you've got a reasonable setup going. It's not so much of a problem. I'd love it if there was actually a mission based around Dragus. Dragus is always there, and it just... yeah, it feels like he's a unique named enemy who's basically unmentionable. And for a unique named enemy, there shouldn't ever be a case where they're unmentionable. Like, maybe they're rare, they only show up once in a while. We've got a lot of ones like that. You know, you've got to be lucky to find them. But he's always there, and there's nothing really that special about him. Hello, I'm here to wreck your day. And then wreck these guys' days as well. Oh, that was a little bit of server lag, did not like that. Let's head back to town just for a moment. And we'll head into Act 4 straight away. Yeah, anytime it stops responding like that is always worrisome, because even when we're at a relatively safe level, there's still the potential for you to die before you've even had a chance to react to things. And that's just not cool. And then straight after this, we'll head back to Act 1 and we'll run through them all again. We go down first. Or is it up first? I think it's down first. No, it was up first. Well, I mean, it's no difference. Up, down. When you're in the high heavens, it's all very much the same. No thank you with your horrible flaming oppressiveness. Yes, please, to your death breaths. Well, that was efficiency. Okay, back to Act 1. We've got another set of keys. We'll salvage up what we've got in our inventory and we'll get some more reagents. That'll do. So, in with Leoric first. Yeah, we can just face tank what she does. That is not a concern at all. 2 Leoric's regrets. Lovely.
I am returning to town.
So ideally what I'd like is any one of the passives that I've already got. Because that'll allow us to vary our final one based on what we decide is the most important at any given time. Each of these are pretty much guaranteed to be useful. I'd also settle for the cold-based one, cold-blooded. Cold-blooded would work quite well for us. Let's see if we can get him gone first, because he is, of course, the biggest threat. Literally in size and pure danger. 2 Idols of Terror. Okay, time to go for the big tamale. Now, this final one, we've, of course, got our Archon available to help us out, so I'm not worried at all. Even with the extra damage that it does sometimes put out for us. Right, he's gone. That means it's just the... Let's arc on him out. Okay, how many do we have? We've got enough for 2 more. Enough for 2 more. So, fingers crossed. Intelligence once again. So the first one gives us Power Hungry. Power Hungry is... It's the reverse of Audacity. It's not bad, but it's not what we want. Conflagration is not useful to us at all. It's really not. Okay. So these come in. We'll salvage up what we've got and we'll do another run. At the same level, I think. I suppose we could put it up to Torment 7 actually. They weren't threatening us at all. More chance of getting some random awesome loot. So, in Act 1, Fields of Misery. Let's go.
You dare attack me?
Ow. Okay, I mean, this is the other benefit of doing this. We will get the occasional drop. There's some shoulders. Well, I've got this on. Let's see if we can capitalize on it. Okay, that was pretty okay. Up to Garrigan level 120. Oh no, just go away. I was trying to head back to town. Well, seeing as we're actually a lot safer now, let's head straight on to Act 2. Always happy to stop and kill some local elites. And pick up their death breaths. So we might be able to do some upgrades after we've done these runs. There is a chance. So these mobs, of course, feel a little bit more dangerous than what we've been facing up until now. Not much, but... enough to certainly respect them. Great, on to Act 3. We are blitzing through these quite nicely. Hey Dragers. One day someone will write a story about you. Just not today. Never today. He's going to be quite far away. So we'll try and... We'll try and hurry through as quickly as we can, he says, and then teleports into an edge.
You dare attack me?
Okay, straight across here. Actually, it's about in the same place as it was last time. Gone. There is our next infernal machine. Right, on to Act 4. Let's carry this pace on. How you doing, Amos? You alright, mate? Yeah? No, I don't want any of your dinner. That's all for you. Don't mind me, guys. You stay there and die to the Hydras. I'll just be like pushing forwards and looking for your damn key warden, who is actually just down here. Oh, all right. We've got other priorities. Get him killed. Now that's efficiency. Picked up everything. Back to Act 1 we go. Woohoo! Mantle of Channeling. Now normally I'd quite like the Mantle of Channeling, but it's not for this build that we're going for it. We'll still hold on to it, of course. Yeah, I can go across there. We'll salvage up everything that is just taking up space and head on in and do the Uber Elites. Now this is going to be a bit more dangerous than it was previously. A bit. That actually took a bit of time. I'm simultaneously impressed and appalled. The step up from Torment 6 to Torment 7 is pretty intense for their... immense, both of those, for the amount of health they have. Ow. Right, we are in trouble.
Still waiting.
We'll just be a bit more careful. And it should all be fine. Right. Yeah, definitely gonna have to... like, not do that. We'll wait for this to calm down before we head in for the next one. Let's salvage up some spare bits. The next one should be a bit easier. Also, we do have Archon available to help us out. So 3, 2, 1. As long as we focus on one at a time, generally we'll be okay. No thank you, mate. I really don't want to get picked up by you. Despite your love of holding on to me, I'm just going to kite you. Kiting you all round this wonderful realm. And that means we can just go straight in for the next one because we did not use our Archon form. He's gonna do big fireball thing, that's what I thought. No, mate. Ow! Right, Archon mode. Woof! I mean, that's kind of pushing it on the edge when he can teleport on top of you and, like, completely obliterate everything that you've got. But we didn't die, and that's the important thing. Did not die. Totally did not die. So we can do 2 more of these. We've only got 2 Leoric's Regrets, 2 Vials of Putridness. But 2's all we can afford in terms of these anyway. So Unwavering Will. It's not one of our planned ones. What does Unwavering Will do, actually? Oh, that's the one down there. Yeah. We're not the kind of character that's going to be standing still either. So we might have to do this all again in the future. Cold-blooded! Alright. That is acceptable. That is acceptable. So... critical hit damage is pretty good, actually. Reduces the duration of control impairing effects. That's nice. So we want to re-roll that attack speed. That attack speed increase will end up losing a bit on our damage, but we'll be able to keep our toughness up. So this could get re-rolled into percentage life or vitality. Those are the ones that we really care about. Plus to vitality is fine. That makes it a little bit worse than Ancestor's Grace, but we get the cold-blooded passive, so overall we end up better. Do I carry on for like 3 more tries? 80% life is the best it can get, and that makes it slightly better. Okay, we'll go for that, because we can't... I mean, we can get other plus to vitality on other things. And I'm going to call that successful. So in here, that Hellfire Amulet goes down. This can, of course, eventually be upgraded to 750 intelligence. I mean, the intelligence is pretty damn low. The critical hit chance, critical hit damage could be 100%. And the reduced duration of control and pairing effects could be better as well. But for a first run through, I'm pretty happy with that. Well, at this point, I'm thinking let's hop in and do a Greater Rift. Clear some... no, we'll do a Greater Rift, and then based on what we find from that, we'll potentially try and do an upgrade. So we're running at Torment 8 for the Greater Rifts, which is a little bit higher than we are at the moment. Yeah, we're doing okay in this channeling pylon. Oh yes, please, if I can get next to that. Thank you. So channeling pylon, of course, allows us to teleport really quickly, which is great, and allows us to keep getting back into Archon mode, which is also great. Okay, channeling pylon's worn off, so the next one we get for Archon is going to be the last one for a bit. Right, I want this area to be safe in case we need to retreat back here, so let's clear these guys out. And then we'll see what we got. No thank you for standing on fire. They hid in with the regular mobs there. That was pretty dangerous. Okay. This dimensional speed is actually stopping me doing what I need. And that's what I needed. Nope. I wanted to activate Archon mode. It must have been just off cooldown. That was pretty dangerous. So being aware of that, actually, I think I'm gonna back off for a moment until this clears down. We can put our point in resist all at least. Tiny bit away from gaining a level, but it's all about caution at this stage. If I push forward just for ego, for the sake of it, whatever, and you know, even just a minor server wobble, it could be fatal. It could be fatal. It's bad enough with my regular misjudging things. Well, in the meantime, let's push on cautiously. No, I'm not gonna let those hit me. I think I just had a jump back in time. It's always disconcerting. It makes me distrust how the servers are. I mean, it could also be my broadband connection. Obviously, with more people being at home than normal, everything is under a little bit more load. But a little bit more load should be manageable. There we go. We got a lot of stuff out of that. Ring, sword, shoulders, sword, bracers. And the gem was Bane of the Trapped. Awesome. I don't remember if we wanted Bane of the Trapped or Bane of the Stricken. I think it's probably Bane of the Stricken. I do like Bane of the Trapped just because we're generally up next to a lot of things and it does tend to benefit us directly. But for now, put the points into Bane of the Powerful so we can at least get it to rank 25 and get the direct benefit from that. And one more point into Enforcer, and I'll have a look at my build plan in between the episodes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, up to Garrigan level 127. Let's ID what we got. The spoils of war, as you might say. Okay, restraint. The counterpart to focus. Another Mantle of Challenge, another Custodian Riskars, another Shard of Hate. That's a nice Shard of Hate. And Devil Tongue. I mean, this Shard of Hate, actually. Yeah, no, it's actually much better for him to be carrying on with what he's got. That's going to be less damage for him as well. So let's salvage these up. Bane of the Trapped can temporarily come over here. And we'll have a chat with Kadala about trousers.
Well, isn't that nice?
Typhon's trousers. It's not brilliant ones, but it is Typhon's trousers. Magic missile damage we can re-roll into something actually useful. This is going to be the first bit that actually kind of changes how we're working. Let's go for Regenerate Life just for the moment. So they're going to end up slightly better than our old ones. In addition, doubles the duration of Hydras, which is awesome. increases the number of heads on them by 2. Look at these. So it's not quite double damage, but it's a good amount. Plus 66% damage, and they last for ages. The next bit we get will give us damage reduction. So from this point on, our Archon boost is less useful. Not entirely disuseful, but certainly less useful. So that goes in there. So we're now going to go for probably shoulders.
Fate smiles on you today. See you soon. What? I didn't even know I had that thing. Do come back again.
Unfortunate, but we can try an upgrade.
Don't you miss me? Just a little?
So upgrade rare item. Dashing pauldrons. I mean, that is something we don't have yet, but it is certainly not what we wanted. I just realised that with the new sets, I actually need a new space to store them. So dashing pauldrons, you can go over here. Part of Delsier's magnum opus. So we're definitely going to be stronger with Hydra now than we would be with Veer's stuff. We could afford to lose another bit of Veer's. So I'm wondering whether we should change over to the Mantle of Channeling. Just for now. Does boost our shield a little bit more. Yeah, let's do that. So the plan is still to replace the Mantle of Channeling, but now we're getting an additional damage reduction when we're actually doing this. I think that's a smart direction for us to go. So Poxfolds, you can go, and I think we'll hop in and do a regular rift. I'll keep it at Torment 7 because without knowing how this new kind of weird setup is going to be, it's hard to say. I think we'll probably be fine, but erring on the side of caution. That's what I'm doing.
I like to think the world is safer now.
Defenses are nothing.
I mean, these things last so long that I will have moved on past them by the time they actually expire by a significant margin as well. There is no second guessing that. Can I actually go up here? Yeah.
Enemies defy all reason.
Yeah, get all 5 faces on them, please. Thank you. Yeah. Dislike this area. So when we do get the next bit, which will probably be shoulders, We'll be replacing the 25% damage reduction for... how much is it going to be? 8% for a 40% damage reduction. So it's definitely going to be an upgrade in terms of our survivability. We will lose a little bit of damage, but I'm totally okay with that. Because a 40% damage reduction is really going to help us just weather a lot of storms. We do still have Archon available for us. But we're not going to expect it to be doing as much damage as it was before. Like, that's noticeable. So it might actually be worth us taking Archon off and putting Black Hole on instead. Like really, really double down on what we're doing. Actually, that reminds me. Let's come down here. So at the moment we're doing Storm Armor reactive armor. Let's switch over to Power of the Storm, because that will reduce our Arcane Torrent cost. I think that was the Orb of Infinite Depths. And that'll help us with our resource management a little bit. Actually, you know what? I am going to change over. So, Archon, you're going. Black Hole, Spell Steal, you're back in. Back to how we should be. Oh, I think this is going to work well. Does mean I'll need to make sure we don't overextend by accident. So periodically waiting for our power to come back seems like very sensible. Geez, another jump back. That's not good. That's really not good. I think I'm going to call this the last Rift run of the night, just because I am not trusting what's happening. Our shield gets up to 800,000 now because of that extra life that we've got. That is absolutely immense. Even without the extra damage boost from me channeling with Death Wish, it still does a lot of damage on these. Bone Warlock taken care of. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty reasonable what we've got going on at the moment. Let's head back to town. In terms of Death Quest, we don't have enough for another one, but we can at least hand this in. And next time we can do some more rifting. So point goes in there, point goes in there, point goes in there. Oh, it's the Oculus. Well, that's nice, isn't it? If you like mobility, then that's your kind of thing. It'd be interesting to see if you could build something around the Oculus. Like maybe with the weird mirror image stuff and getting clones flying around all over the place, but that's certainly not going to be anytime soon. Maybe in one of the future sets that they release, they'll do something around that. But that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for... I didn't actually turn on Storm Armor again afterwards. No wonder that was taking so long. Oh, that is so much more manageable. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you are enjoying these videos, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for some more Diablo 3. See you soon.